All right, I definitely want to confirm that people can hear me. Hello. It is Wednesday once again. I'm a little bit late, but I am dialing in um, from the Eastern time zone, and I am in a hotel room. I'm here for a work event. Okay, cool. Um, Excellent. Thank you for letting me know, Ruth. Um, so yeah, For those that don't know me, my name is Andrew. I'm a certified mindfulness meditation coach in the Unified Mindfulness System. And I recently got a certificate from the Open Heart Project as a meditation teacher through their Buddhist immersion meditation teacher training. So, folks, longtime listeners will know that I've been kind of moderately concerned about whether or not I can pass that, which is kind of funny. And so that program is complete, and I'm very very happy for that. And so thank you to Paul and Colette and Ruth. Hello Anna as well. So yeah, that's done, which is kind of cool. I'm going through the onboarding process, so it looks like I might be able to do some guided meditations as part of the Open Heart Project. So something that we'll see about that. I don't. I have to go through their onboarding process, and I think there's some openings for Sunday sits. So I may I may end up doing some practice sits here to prepare as a preparation for that. And I realize that my voice is a little bit wonky, but we'll work through that. I think it'll prompt me to say less during our meditation. So I told you who I am. What are we gonna do? So we're gonna sit for 25 minutes. Okay, the sound is good. All right. So I'm in a hotel room that has like the air conditioned generator kind of like going a lot. And as folks will know from the guidance that I offer, uh, I like air conditioning vents or heater vents or like noise in general. And so this is like actually the perfect hotel room for me, but I have no idea whether it would play havoc on this. So yes, the study binge or study in beige. I am a study in beige, and I've got my this is my American Red Cross donor shirt on. So switching out from my collared shirt. So awesome. So you don't even hear it. Perfect. Well, then we can congratulate or thank the tireless work of YouTube software engineers for filtering that out. So thanks to them. All right. So I think that's it. Oh, I got a bell. 1 second. So, like I did when I did the stationary flaneur filling in for Jeff, I've got my travel bell with me. So, yes, thank you, Ruth. Remember to hit the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. That is helpful. It looks like some of my meditations were actually getting suggested in some of my past meditations were getting suggested to folks. And so I saw some views, a little bit of an uptick in views. So that's nice. And then for the forest meditation, I posted a picture on Instagram. So that's Leonard's Leonards .coaching on Instagram. And I posted or my girlfriend took a picture of me doing the forest meditation last Wednesday. And I posted that because Ungaloo had provided me with that like kit, the Sit 3 is what they call it. And so they were goodly enough to post that on their social media stuff too. So that was kind of cool. So yeah, the thumbs up always help, and the subscribes. I'm over 100 now, which is kind of cool, and I think 120 something now. So that's cool. All right. So enough of that chit chat. All right, I've got 25 minutes on the clock, and we're gonna do sort of a kind of minimal sit, and we'll see we'll play around with kind of finding what you need. Maybe is a way that we'll look at this. So just finding what you need. Oh, to Paul, question Ungaloo. So Ungaloo has like they make a meditation seats and like meditation gear, I guess would be, I don't know if that's a good word or not, but I think Ungaloo had reached out to Lily, who is Jeff's manager, and provided myself with a kit and Jeff with a kit. And so I've been using that when I'm camping because I can take the kit out into the forest and then like plop it down, unzip it, and then sit. And then so it's got like these kind of foam wedges and everything. Um, so yeah, so Ungaloo is a meditation equipment kind of manufacturer, I guess would be. I probably should have a better answer for that, but that's my answer for right now. Apologies to the branding and marketing people at Ungaloo if they're tuning in. So, all right, so I've got my travel bell. Thanks for that. I feel like I'm missing something, but maybe not. So we'll sit for 25 minutes. Oh, I know what I'm missing. I should say, you're always welcome to allow my guidance to be in the background and do your normal practice. We always offer that when we talk about this on the Do Nothing Project. Yes, so it is like unglue without the without the A. So it's here, I'll type it in. And then I think they got I think their Instagram is Ungaloo with an extra O. So I have not looked up to see who the 2O version is, but I know the company is on has 3 O's. So that was a cool little thing to see while I was traveling out to Boston last night to see that had gotten posted. So it was kind of cool. So, all right. Here we go. So I will ring the bell. We'll start. We'll do kind of minimal guidance, or we'll see about how if I keep it to minimal guidance. But I'll offer some minimal guidance today. All right. So we start out with just setting up our posture. And some things to consider as you establish your posture. So ideally, we're looking to have the feet flat on the floor. If you're sitting in a chair, and allowing the body, the torso to be upright, but not uptight. So we're not really straining to stay in the upright position. Allowing the back to have that kind of natural, lazy S-shaped curve. And we're really sitting in a way that will allow us to be mostly still without being rigid. And so the body from the waist down is rooted and stable. And from the waist up, maybe even feels like it is buoyant or floating a bit. And the eyes can be open or closed. And you'll notice that I shift from being open to being closed. It's fine to do too. And as we settle in and we get still, we may find during that process that we notice areas where we're holding tension, or maybe tensing around the posture, or we're tightening. So the first step is just noticing that. Sometimes it'll release and sometimes it'll stay. And regardless, this is our first opportunity to bring no big deal attitude. So we're not pushing away any of those sensations. If there's positive sensations, we're not really holding on to them. And that's that equanimous state we talk about all the time. And then a few deliberate breaths. And breathing in through the nose allows us to breathe in low to the belly. And breathing in through the nose also slows down our breaths. So slow and low is the tempo we're going for. And after a couple breaths, you may notice that shift. You can kind of feel the body settle in to the posture. And then letting your breath be natural. Like I said at the beginning, you can always let the meditation cues I'm offering just kind of be there in the background. But I just want to offer this just sitting and knowing that you're sitting is a place that you can come back to. So if the guidance isn't supporting you totally well or you feel kind of lost, you can always come back to this point. It's like a dropping a pin on a map and you come back to it. Coming back to this feeling of just sitting still, supported by the chair or the cushion. And really just holding the whole body in awareness. And if that doesn't resonate, then see if you can tap into your imagination a bit and think about sort of coating the outside edge of your body with a layer of awareness. You're sort of like feeling the outer edge of the body all at once. And when we do that, we have that edge of awareness on the body. You may notice that the skin, where it's uncovered, is sort of feeling out towards the environment. So if you're in a hot room, you notice that more. Maybe you're in a cold room, you notice that more where the skin is uncovered. And then the sensations around where the skin is covered will be different. So just exploring that for a moment. And so you may find that coating the body, that edge, is something that you can really stay with. And if you can, that's great. Or you may notice that as you do that, your attention's pulled away. So as I sit, I can feel that edge of awareness. And then my back hurts a little bit, and my attention gets pulled to the back. There's a muscle tightness there, not pain or anything, but my attention is pulled there. Sort of like my body saying, like, hey, what's up with that? So we can allow the attention to move within the body. So when I get drawn to that, I can soak my attention into that muscle tightness in my back. I can note it. I don't have to, but I could label it as a way to linger a bit longer there. Support my attention, sort of staying with where my attention is. And if I notice my attention is outside of the body, so it's on my dog or my cat or the air conditioning, I can notice that and just briefly pause as I let go. Like, oh, I woke up. And then bring my attention back to the body. So the body is our home base, but no fixed point within the body is our home base. We're allowing the sensations within the body to be dynamic. So just explore that dynamic for a bit. Again, using the body as the home base, knowing, predicting, and preparing for the fact that your attention is going to get pulled away. It's no big deal. It's no big deal that it's pulled away, but it's a big deal that you realize you were pulled away. And bring the attention back. Start over. So explore a bit, and I'll chime in a couple minutes. And then I'll offer one more experiment. And again, you're always welcome to stay on the same track. So just shifting your attention to the pressure points. So if you're sitting in a chair, the pressure points of the feet. Maybe you feel the heels and the balls of the feet more noticeably in the pressure. And again, if you're in a chair, you might feel the pressure of the thighs and the sit bones. Maybe the pressure of your hands on your thighs. And then the last little offering here is that if you don't really feel like you can connect to any one part of the body, or just nothing is really landing, seeing if you can focus on the hands. So I tend to sit with my hands and the left hand over the right hand, and the thumbs touching. That's a very particular hand position, but you can always sit with your palms face down on the thighs. Another way to do that. Just really feeling into the hands. And if you liked the contact exercise, you can focus on where the hands are making contact. So you can play around with that a bit, or stay with where you've got your attention settled. All right. So for the last 5 minutes, just letting go of the practice that we've been experimenting with. And we're not trying to do anything to control our attention, just letting it float, kind of go wherever it wants to go. And ultimately, we're doing nothing. And again, you can always stay with the home base if you really feel like you've gotten a good groove with that. I don't want you to feel like you have to let go. But if you want to, this is your opportunity to drop the technique and shift into do nothing. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for spending 32 plus minutes with me. May the merit of whatever was created while we were practicing together go to benefit all sentient beings, all that good stuff. If you were watching, you're very welcome, Jennifer. And thank you for joining, Jennifer. You may have noticed that with about 3 minutes left, I left the screen briefly. And you're very welcome, Ruth. That's good to hear. Because I was down to 1% battery on this computer, so it was not going to make it all the way through our sit. So I'm glad that I didn't just disappear. So, oh, you're very welcome, Paul, and hello, Lynn, and you are very welcome as well. And then I realized after Ruth spelled it out that unglue is the way that it's probably pronounced, and that what Paul spelled out is how I said it. So I probably am saying their name wrong, which I realized at some point. That was a random thought I had while meditating, and then I let go of it, came back to the body. So we'll hopefully be into the cadence of having sits on Wednesday nights, like we have. So, but if you're on the West Coast, that's 5:15 p.m. If you're on the East Coast, which I am right now, it's a little bit later at 8:15 and 7:15. And if you're in the middle, like 7:15, 6:15. So hopefully that's good. But for the rest of June and or not June, June's over, July and August, I think everything will be fine. And then maybe even into September. So I don't think I'm moving around or on vacation or traveling during that time frame. So I think that this will stay where it's at. So if you aren't already on the mailing list that I've been sending out updates to, yeah, Lynn, you're very right. Yeah, so that's 10:15 tomorrow. So I hope Thursday is treating you well. I think that would be right. So in Australia. Lynn, you're in Melbourne, if I remember correctly. Maybe. I know. I know Sarah Moss, I think, is in Sydney, and then we've got a few folks like Richard is. I know Richard is in Melbourne, but yeah. So so it's like 16 something hours the other direction. So excellent. Okay, good. My memory has served me well then. That's nice. And really appreciate folks joining in as Ruth helped out being my hype person. The likes are and the thumbs up are always helpful, so toss those in as well. And then email me if you want to be on the list. If you don't want to be on the list, email me too and tell me that you want to be off the list, and I'll stop sending you stuff. And then I will see folks on Sunday, the Do Nothing Project. Jeff should be back. If you missed it, Jeff did a meditation. Well, Aaron and Jeff did a meditation on Monday, this past Monday. And that is something that I think will be posted in the archive of the Consciousness Explorers Club. So that's cecmeditate.com. And then if you're in the Toronto land area, they're having an in-person. Yes, it was child interrupted, definitely. I feel like there's something incredibly fitting for that, though, in the imagination caregiver theme that Jeff was working with. So I really appreciated seeing it work out over the time frame. But and Aaron holding down, starting out with a sit. So Aaron had mentioned that they're going to do an in-person meditation retreat for CEC, and that's on cec.com/calendar. That's another way to do that. Yeah, I think that's everything. So again, have a great rest of your week. I'll see you on Sunday, and then I'll be back here in a week. So, all right. And I hope Thursday and Friday treat you very well, Lynn, and everyone else.